Fear is like a ghost that sneaks into our minds, growing bigger when we ignore it. But what if you could stop fear in its tracks and live boldly? Let's uncover the secrets to overcoming fear and turning it into your greatest strength. Fear is like a sneaky ghost that hides in our minds. It makes us feel scared, even when there's no real reason to be. Before we can beat fear, we need to understand where it comes from. Fear often starts with not being able to decide something. This is called indecision. Then indecision turns into doubt, and doubt grows into fear. These feelings creep in slowly, so sometimes we don't even notice until fear feels very big. Everyone experiences 6 types of fear at some point. Fear of lack of money, fear of people saying bad things about us, fear of getting sick, fear of losing someone's love, fear of getting old, and fear of dying. These fears can spread like a cold and change depending on what is happening around us. For example, during hard times, like a big money problem in the world, people fear being poor. During wars, people fear dying. But fear is just a feeling in our mind, and we can control it if we try. Doctors, for example, don't get scared of sickness even though they are around sick people every day. Because they're not afraid, they don't get sick as often. This shows us how strong our thoughts are. What we think can become real. If we think about scary things all the time, we might feel more scared. But if we think about brave and happy things, we feel stronger and less scared. We all have the power to choose what thoughts we let into our minds. It's like having a door we can open or close. We can let good, happy thoughts in and keep bad, scary ones out. This is how we can stop fear from taking over. If we believe in good things, like success and happiness, they can become real. But if we let fear and worry stay in our minds, they can grow and prevent us from doing great things. One big fear is the fear of being poor. This fear can make people stop trying new things, feel like they can't win, and reduce their energy. It can also make it hard to do anything brave or creative. Sometimes people even stop being kind or honest because they're so afraid of not having enough money. But the truth is, we live in a world with lots of opportunities, and the only thing stopping us is fear itself. Another fear is the fear of people saying mean things about us. This fear makes us hide who we really are. It stops us from trying new things because we're scared someone might laugh or criticize us. But everyone has their own opinion, and we don't need to let those opinions control us. People also fear getting sick or old because they don't know what will happen next. This fear grows when we think about it too much. But if we focus on staying strong and healthy, instead of worrying, we can feel better. To fight fear, we need to be strong in our minds. This means choosing to think good thoughts and spending time with people who help us feel happy and brave. It also means not expecting bad things to happen all the time. When we expect bad things, they often show up, like we invited them in. It's easy to let fear and worry sneak into our minds without noticing. We just need to practice choosing good thoughts every day and staying away from things or people that make us feel small or scared. When fear of being poor takes over, it makes us feel like we'll never have enough. But we can change this by focusing on what we have and taking steps to reach our goals. Even small steps can help us feel braver. Fear of criticism can make us feel like we have to be perfect all the time. But nobody is perfect. When people criticize us, it's often because they have their own worries. We don't have to let their words stop us from doing what we love. Being afraid of getting sick can make us feel helpless, but we can take care of ourselves by eating well, exercising, and staying positive. Our thoughts can help us feel stronger. The fear of losing someone's love can make us try too hard to please others, but real love comes from being ourselves. We don't have to change who we are to be loved. Fear of growing old is another worry many people have. Instead of fearing it, we can focus on enjoying every moment and learning new things. The fear of death can feel very big because it's something we don't understand, but we can make the most of our lives by being kind, trying our best, and not letting fear stop us. Sometimes fear shows up as worry. Worrying about things that haven't even happened yet can make us feel tired and sad. Instead of worrying, we can focus on what we can do right now to make things better. Some people are afraid to take risks because they only think about what could go wrong. But taking risks can lead to great rewards. We don't have to be reckless, but we can try new things with a positive attitude. Putting things off because we're scared is another way fear holds us back. It's better to start now, even if it feels hard. The more we wait, the scarier things can seem. We also need to be careful about the people we spend time with. If we're around people who make us feel bad or scared, it's harder to be brave. Spending time with positive people can help us feel strong and happy. Sometimes fear comes from listening to negative thoughts from others. We can choose to ignore these thoughts and focus on what makes us feel good and brave. When we expect bad things to happen, we might accidentally help those things come true. Instead, we can imagine good things happening and work toward them. Fear can make us forget our goals and dreams, but we can remind ourselves of what we want and take small steps to get there. Every little step helps. We can also use our fear as a teacher. It can show us what's important and what we care about. Instead of running from fear, we can face it and learn from it. When we understand fear, we can stop it from controlling us. We can choose to think brave thoughts and focus on the good things in life. By doing this, we can live happily and do amazing things every day.